What? What? Okay. You know what? Screw this. Welcome, Improvement King. My name is MiBraZagoya, and if you like this type of content and you like to ensure that I stay doing these videos, make sure to smash the like button because that is today's sponsor. Alright, let's get into the video. For most people, self-discipline is actually very hard. I mean, it's not easy at all, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, many people who set out the goal to, let's say, lose some weight, they stuck to the discipline for only a few weeks, and then they stop. If this is you, you're not alone, because this happens to almost anyone. It's very hard, and in comparison to self-discipline, there's no one like David Goggins. However, this does not mean we are doomed at all. You still have hope of becoming that dream person that, I don't know why, but at 2 a.m. you're maybe on TikTok and then you get a surge of motivation to actually do the things that you should do. I mean, you still have some hope. The only problem with that is that it doesn't last long and it's at 2 a.m. And I'm sure by now you have heard that discipline is what really is going to push you through that long-term success in your life, because motivation is just not going to do it. However, that is the hard part. So what are people getting so wrong? Is it that they're just weak? They're just not built different? What is it? What is it that they just can't stick to being self-disciplined? Well, what many people fail to implement when they start self-discipline is the right structure in their life to support that new habits, the new self-discipline that they need in their life. Because for the most part, people just fail to implement this structure, and when they do that, the failure rates just plummet. They're gone, they're dead. Let's take a look onto what really matters. For the most part, what people get constantly wrong is not being able to limit themselves. You hear it from anyone since you were little, from the adults mentoring you, and that is that you need space, you need freedom to become creative and become amazing at whatever you're trying to do. However, this picture of a blank page is actually very erroneous. You need limitations to actually become creative, to become amazing at something. Think about it. If you have all the resources, if you have all the free time, what is pushing you to actually be efficient about your resources, be efficient about the results? There is no push and there is no say where you want to be. And this is where self-discipline comes into play. The more limited your goal is, the more limited your time is, the more limited something becomes, the more creative and efficient you become at it. For the majority of people, let's say they just say, I want to become a better person, but they don't set limits, they don't set standards on what that means. That just means what? Eating one less cookie a day? Or does that just mean eating a cookie here and there? What does that really mean? And this is what people get wrong. They have to be very specific about their goals, and for that reason, SMART goals have been developed all throughout the world. So you have to be very specific at what you're trying to improve in your life. Is it health? Is it mindset, productivity, better habits? Or heck, in this video, is it self-discipline? But in what type of specific standard? Is it basketball, studying? You have to be very specific. And after you determine what is what you want, right? When you have admitted time into it, so let's say in 3 weeks, and measured somehow, let's say you want to lose 10 pounds in those 3 weeks. Is it doable?
I don't know.
You be the judge. So by now, I think you get the point. You have to be very specific, because if you don't, you get yourself freedom to not really do anything. If you don't, you're gonna be that blank page, and it's not gonna be a very efficient drawing, and it's not gonna be a very efficient goal. So remember that the next time you try to include a goal in your life. The other thing is that people tend to have a bad foundation when they're starting in their self-discipline. And something along the lines that Jesus said was that if your house is built on sand and a storm comes, it will surely crumble. However, if it's built on rock, it will surely flourish and maintain its strength. Now, this is some really good wisdom.
Nice.
Now, it might even seem that I am stretching this out a little way too much for this video, but trust me, I am not. So what I am talking about here is the belief systems that you have when entering any self-discipline. Many people understand that they have to form a new identity when starting a self-discipline. However, they go about it the wrong way. What many people do is to say, oh, you know what? Okay, so that's what I need to do. And they go on to say things like, I am very smart. I'm the smartest person out there. I am just successful. That's just who I am. am. Or I am amazing just because I am amazing. I can do anything. I mean, you are what you think, right? Well, yes, but there is a clear distinction. You have to incorporate beliefs about yourself that you are able to take action on and make habits of. Because if you start to believe things that are out of your control and you cannot work on them, then you're setting up yourself for failure. So what to believe instead, right? You have to be able to concentrate on things that you can actually increase and make habits of. So instead of saying, oh, I'm so smart and I'm wonderfully and I don't need to study, rather say that you're the type of person that likes to learn, that likes to study. And instead of saying that I'm just gonna be successful at anything that I do just because I am the one, you know? I am the one chosen for this. I am the one that will conquer everything. Rather, think of something along the lines of, you know what, I know I'm gonna be successful because I'm the type of person that strategically works hard. And another way for you to do this is your why, right? Why do you do this? Well, is it just because of who you are, or is it because you wanna reach a certain goal? And once you understand this, you're gonna be very powerful. Because remember, if your why is powerful enough, then the how becomes very easy to do. Okay, so now we have addressed the metaphysical things out there, but now we have to go into the environment. The environment actually around you is going to determine your success in this self-discipline that you're involving yourself with. I mean, really, the environment that is around you will most likely dictate your behavior, like it or not. For example, this is why Scotland and Japan implemented blue street lights, and you know what the results were? Crime reduced. Disclaimer, guys, the reduction in crime was because of the unusual lighting rather than the actual color blue. But it still has to do with how the environment dictates the behavior of people. Okay, back to the video. And because of this environment, this could also explain why people are more likely to share secrets at night. Okay, so now for you and your self-discipline that you're involving yourself in, you have to understand that the type of environment that you choose is going to optimize your behavior. And for this reason, I made a short video on how to make your work environment as productive as it can be. It is a short video, so you're welcome to check it out right here. Also, in the comments, let me know what is something that you are struggling with. What is something that you find it so hard to stick to? Anyway, you have a good one.